And that's what I want for you too. I want you to love what you do in your life right now. Presence. The way that I look at presence is it's the willingness to stop wherever you are at. The funky feeling's not failure. It's just information. It's just information to say that we've arrived somewhere where we're ready to accept that things need to look different for us. Hey there, and welcome to Your Zesty Life Matters. I'm Michelle Boyle. I'm a mum of 4. I'm a health coach, I'm a life coach, and I'm a professional organizer. And I run the YouTube channel Zesty Girl. This is my podcast, Your Zesty Life Matters, where I basically jump on and talk to you guys about things that matter to us women, maybe over 40, maybe over 50, maybe over 60, just real life and real conversations. And it usually happens because I'm going through my day, I may be working with clients, and I suddenly come across a topic that I really want to discuss. Now, I started this podcast last year, maybe November, maybe October, November. We got up to episode 5. Today is episode 6. Over the Christmas break, things have been put on hold a little bit, and now we're back into it. So I hope you enjoy this episode, and this episode, as it says in the title, is why things can feel funky over 50. If you want to join in this podcast, then let's get straight into it. I've got notes here, but I wanted to share something with you completely unplanned today. So today I wrote a blog post about something that happened to me last night. So I thought to myself, instead of writing a blog post and putting it up in my Facebook group or on my website or on YouTube community notices, I thought to myself, why don't I discuss it here? Now what happened was, this photograph comes from a video that I took, that I went downstairs last night after doing some recording, and my whole family was in the kitchen and they were laughing and they were talking. And I walked in and my oldest son said to me, "Oh, Mum, one of your favorite moments. Here we all are together." And I had my phone in my hand, I quickly turned the video on because everyone was laughing, everyone was having so much fun. But what I loved about it, and what I always love about it, and that's what today's short podcast is about, is it's a moment that's not styled. It's a moment that wasn't ready. The kitchen sink's a mess. We've had a busy day in the home. People have been in and out all day. I'm coming down to make dinner, and it's just so rare for all of us. Even though we all live here, we're all in and out all day. It's so rare for all of us to get together. So when we do, we just literally drop whatever we're doing and just spend that time together. And it made me realize how I personally find presence in my busy life. What I do is I am so happy, even though my life has to be quite scheduled to fit in all the bits and pieces that I do, I also really love to be spontaneous, and my family comes first. And how I create presence in my life is always being willing to not be perfect and to drop everything if these moments arise. If I'm outside hanging the washing and one of the kids comes out to talk, it may be a job that was going to take me 5 minutes. It may end up being 30 minutes. I am so happy to stop whatever I'm doing and to be present for my family and myself, I guess, as well. Because in midlife, life can be very full. We can be working full time, we can be balancing family life. Some of us can be part-time carers, some of us are full-time carers, some of us have health struggles, some of us are having a hard time going through menopause, or maybe some of us have realized that somewhere along the way we've lost part of ourselves. Sometimes in midlife, it's relationship shifts. Sometimes it's financial issues or challenges. And sometimes even it's empty nesting and trying to discover who we are now. And suddenly things are changing, things are shifting, and we're sort of like going, okay, so where do we fit in all of this? But life keeps moving, and often it's not just one of these things for each of us, it's many things, all layered upon each other, creating quite a chaotic and quite a busy life. Now, as you know, if you follow my channel, this is what I help younger women with. This is what I help mums with, overscheduled mums with, to be present in their own lives while they're doing all the doing, while they're juggling all the balls. I help them to be seen and to be still chasing their dreams and to get organized and to run systems that work for their particular life. But also what I know from working with women in their midlife, the issues are different, but they're still the same. And there is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Every woman's different. Every woman's needs are different, and every season that we go through creates its own new challenges. And the idea that there's just one correct way of living life just is not the reality faced by most women. For a lot of us women, there's not a break or a reset moment. There's not a chance to analyze our life and find out what's going wrong and then go and put things in place to do better. We have to figure it out along the way, because tomorrow we're off to work, or tomorrow we're off to care for that person that we love, or tomorrow there's challenges in front of us health-wise. So life's not ideal. We don't get to go, stop, it's not working, let's reset. Life's just not like that. The reality of work, bills, family, friends, the reality of life means that we have to find the answer within ourselves as we go through life. And that's really, really tricky. And on top of that, our desire to make the changes and to feel better, to live differently, step into a new chapter, to look after our health, to self-care, to do all the things, to make new friendships, to have new hobbies, to chase the things that were really important to us all our lives, to step into the new chapter or a new chapter that we're ready for, can just feel a little bit funky. It really can feel a little bit funky. Not because there's anything wrong with us, not because we're falling behind, but because we're in a transition. The old way doesn't fit anymore, and we're not quite sure what the new way is. It's not fully clear yet, but we still have to find a way to fit it all in. Some people will say, hey, slow down. But you know, for some of us, slow down how? Slow down how when there's people that are relying on you? Slow down when? But the cool thing is, and the way that I look at it with the women that I work with, is the funky feeling's not failure. It's just information. It's just information to say that we've arrived somewhere where we're ready to accept that things need to look different for us. And for me, that presence and that feeling is not ever about perfection. Presence, the way that I look at presence is it's the willingness to stop wherever you are at, however busy your life is. It's the willingness to stop at any moment, in any moment, and be fully there. To not miss the experiences, to be spontaneous. And if you have to make up the time later on, make it up later on. There's so many things that we do that we don't even know are taking up our time, that we can make up things later on, but never not be present. Never miss the opportunity to have that extra hug, to go on that extra walk, to be present in your home, with your friends, with your family, with whatever is really important to you. So I have lived, and I love having a very busy, vibrant, zesty life. And from being a young girl, it was always my intention to always live a life that I didn't want to escape from. Always. And yes, that has brought a life that is completely roller coaster, and I do chase all my passions, and I sometimes take on way too much, but I love what I do. And that's what I want for you too. I want you to love what you do in your life right now. I think the difference between Michelle now and Michelle, say, 15 years ago or maybe 20 years ago is that I've learned to build calm into a very energetic life that I have. I've learned to build the calm and to protect my health, to protect my time, to protect my family. I've learned the importance of building that in for all aspects of life. And I think that is the point of difference between me now and me back, say, 15, 20 years ago. And I think we all learn this lesson because I think that we get to an age where we simply have to. Menopause and health and aging and all those things mean that we can't get away with what we used to when we were, say, younger. And we get confronted with things that we're like, okay, this is not going to work anymore. And we have to be sensible, and we have to put things in place that protect our energy and that protect ourselves from things like burnout and exhaustion. But doesn't mean that we have to slow down. We can still live a vibrant, busy, exciting life if that's what you want. It's just that you need to be mindful about how to use your energy and when to use your energy, and then when to be calm and when to reset and when to, what's the other word? Reset and, I can't think of the word, reset and something else. Refresh, reset. There's another one. There's another delicious word that I'm just trying to think of. So the systems and routines that I've put in my life that allow me to do all the things that I do, they're not rigid and they're not overwhelming and they're not chaotic. And I think that's what allows me to stop, to be imperfect and to be present when those moments that I talked about before arise, like the kitchen last night. And that's just one example of what can turn up in our lives all through the week. Whether it's stopping and just talking to the neighbor down the road when you're taking the dog for a walk and you think stop and you have a chat. It might be like, oops, that wasn't in the schedule, but you know what? That's precious. Connecting with people is precious. So what it's really about, why are we feeling funky is we're just feeling the change. We're feeling the shift in ourselves. And I think the best way to really deal with it is to find ways to find support for ourselves in the life that we're currently living. A way to allow ourselves to make small changes that matter, while we're still doing the doings, while we're still doing all the things that we have to do, all our responsibilities, our commitments, but always being mindful of where we're going, what that looks like, what we want that to look like. So it's like how to get through the funky is it's like giving ourselves permission to grow, to evolve, to change, and to not be perfect. I know I keep bringing up perfect, but I think that we get so held up. We have an identity that we're so proud of, that we've taken so long to build, that anything else, anything that moves away from that foundation feels scary. But it simply can be that funky feeling. It's time to grow further into our new lives, into our new chapter. So giving ourselves permission to grow, to evolve, to change while we're living in the life that we're living, and constantly stepping towards our dreams and our goals while life is constantly throwing life challenges at us. Things that are out of our control, which always happens, always happens. I don't think anyone's immune from life challenges, and especially in midlife. So this is the very heart of Your Zesty Life Matters. Everything over 50 that needs to be discussed, everything over 50 that we want to talk about, everything that's real, that's authentic, that we feel, that's what Your Zesty Life Matters is all about. So what's the number one thing that I'd say to you about getting through the funky feeling fast? And I think it's about support. There's no doubt about it to me that you need friendships, you need family, you need solid support to help you through. And it's really helpful to talk about it, whether it's in communities like this YouTube community or with friends, family. It's really good that we can open up and talk about it. So if you follow my channel, you know that I have just created a supportive community. This can also be a place that maybe you may choose to go in the future. It's a group where you can go in when you're really ready to look at making the changes and want the support of myself and other women. That is now open, and if you want more information, I'll just leave the links down below. But it's not a course that you rush through. It's not a one-size-fits-all program. It's simply a supportive network of women. If you're feeling the midlife funk and you don't know where to start, that would probably be a great place to come and just see if it's the right fit for you. But having said that, you can also stay around here because we're dealing with it around here as well. I'll put the links down below if you're interested, but otherwise I'm so happy that you're here today. Please leave comments down below and share where you're at in life and what's happening with you. I'm so glad to be back with Your Zesty Life Matters. I have got a great topic for next week. I'm so excited about it. So yeah, leave comments down below. Let me know what you think about midlife funk. Are you in a midlife funk? Let us know. And otherwise, I will see you on the next podcast. See you later. Bye. Bye.